My preference is to always do things in camera as much as possible. The more things can just be real, the better they're going to feel to the audience. It sets a big challenge for every department to actually bring the reality of a thing there for the camera.
We keep saying all the time, like, oh, we love to do stuff in camera. For me, it's not just something self-indulgent. There's a functionality to it. On set, you get a lot of energy from your actors. You also get ideas. You get ideas because the light falls in a certain way and so on.
Every film I've done with Chris, I've never done any green screen work. It's always been real. Climbing the tower was fantastic because I remember that day in the story, there's meant to be a storm, and then a storm arrives. That's typical Chris. He wills it into reality.
With Chris's movies, you read the script and you know that you're going to be doing this stuff. You don't go, hey, maybe we can pawn this off on visual effects, or maybe there's another way to do it that would be easier.
Chris gives me a lot of freedom to experiment and look for things that will look good on film.
Every single person has come to set knowing that they have been hired for a reason, and it's because somewhere along the line, Chris thought that you did a good job.
We've got one hope. Build a town, build it fast.
We had many times we thought, how are we going to do this? The concept of recreating Los Alamos. The first week in the office, I was like, Chris, Los Alamos is massive.
When you're there and it just looks exactly like Los Alamos 1940s must have looked, it's just the most transporting thing. And you know that no detail has been overlooked, like it has all been thought about.
I know people feel like everything's going to end up on these sound stages somehow eventually. I just don't believe it. I just don't think there's any substitute for going out and really being in those places.
We've had great experiences shooting in real locations before that really showed us that sometimes it's just better to shoot it in the real place, and we were incredibly lucky on this film that we managed to do that.
Being at Princeton, there was this incredible feeling of just kind of chills upon chills upon chills.
To get to shoot in Oppenheimer's actual house, I mean, it's all surreal and yet immersive.
The walls have an energy and they speak to you as a performer. It gives something extra, I think, to the scenes. And I think that the audience feels that.
That's happening, isn't it?
We're at the bleeding edge. There is no stronger version of filmmaking occurring anywhere right now. You just know it.
All the crew members, all the cast, everybody was bringing their best to the table to tell this story. And for a director, that's a marvelously privileged position to be in, to just have all these very talented people coming to you with thought and passion and really caring about what they're doing and not wanting to just make just another film, wanting to do something very special.